just starting off, Fiona and Cake, obviously, the concept is this sort of mirror or double of Finn and Jake. But, I mean, both Fiona and Cake are so distinct. Is there a process that you went to develop, what Cake was going to be like?
No, because the first time we did the first episode, like 12 years ago, we thought it was just going to be one episode. So we went in, I wasn't even in the studio with Madeline. I went in, she went in, we read the copy, we did what we did, and then I came back to New York and got back on Broadway. And I was just kind of floating, and then all of a sudden I get this phone call that they're going to do another one, and they did like one maybe every 6 months to a year. They would do another gender swap, and then they would do another one, and then they would do 2 more, and then it just started to grow into this fabulous thing that it is now. But when I heard about the spinoff, I was thrilled. I was something that you thought was going to be a one-time thing, and now we're in the 2nd season.
Can you tease a little bit about what Cake has coming up in season 2? Because I see that she has an admirer.
She has an admirer, and she has moments where she's going to soften up a little bit because did you see the
panel?
Yeah.
They allowed her to morph with boobs. Okay? So, trust me, she's going to be a sexy kitten. And she has an admirer, and well, it started earlier in the season. But, no it didn't, it started in the first season. But it's just, they're doing a more feminine thing with myself and Fiona. And that, I think, is what the charm is. Because it's so far away from Finn and Jake. So they got this feminine thing going on, so they had to give everybody a boyfriend, including Cake. She deserves one. But when they gave her boobs today, that threw me. And there have been times I've been in the studio and I've been reading the copy and I've been saying it, and then I go back and I see the show and I'm like, that's what they were doing. When they told me to let me hear the twinkle in your eye. Not let me see it, let me hear it. I'm like, what am I twinkling for? And then I started flirting with this guy, and I'm like, oh, okay. Okay, so I showed him the twinkle.
So the whole elephant horse guy thing.
Well, because she can do anything, and she's now gotten very comfortable with her shape-shifting. She can do anything. I mean, she became a table and raised up to put the books on the ship. It's ridiculous. I love the wraparounds. When things get tough, she just wraps around everything and ties it up. I love it. But I love what she's doing. She's growing, and I hope she grows right into the 3rd season.
Same.
Right?
Yep. I asked Adam about that.
He won't say nothing. He won't say nothing. That's why they were asking me to give them something about the rest of this season. I said, I can't do that. I can't do it. Can't give up the secrets.
But I do have a question about this season, though. Like, it's not just Cake evolving by herself; it's like their relationship evolving with Fiona.
With Fiona.
Is there anything like that you could sort of talk about to look forward to, and how that dynamic shifts, if at all?
That people would notice that Fiona can do anything she wants to do with Cake, but nobody else better try. The way that they protect each other is, I think that's a good lesson on friendship and loyalty to the kids that are watching, just to understand that kind of protection exists, and that the way that they love each other through the cray-cray, because if something gets crazy with Cake, Fiona comes in and covers her. Something gets crazy with Fiona, Cake comes in and covers her. And this time I will give you one of the secret. Huntress and Fiona become friends. That's all I'm going to get.
Do you approach the character differently in season 2 now that she has maintained the shape-shifting ability?
Definitely. I give her liberty. I approach her with basically, we have come to some kind of understanding that when I see the copy, it's something that I would definitely say. So I think that the writers, myself, and the director, Christy, we've come to this place where we're very comfortable. We can walk into the room, and then they do allow me some Rozisms. So sometimes I say things, and they'll tape it, and I don't know they kept it until I see the episode. And then I say, oh, you kept that, if they're clean. Because sometimes we get a little wild in there, but we have a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun.
Do you spend a lot of time? I mean, like you said, you obviously Zoom with Mel and like kind of keep that. But working, have you worked together in the recording like this time?
No, especially since COVID.
Yeah.
No. We did a few 10, 12 years ago, but I was saying there's a time when we first started with the first episode of Fiona and Cake during Adventure Time. I was in New York on Broadway, so I would just go to the studio here in New York, and Maddie would be in the studio somewhere in LA or something. We don't have to be in the same room. I would like that because that would be fun. But a lot of times schedules don't permit, and it doesn't have to happen. You don't have to be in the same room. You can do it from anywhere. That's why I love this part of my profession. Is I think become my favorite part, because with age, I don't want to do 8 shows a week on Broadway. I'll still do TV, but animation, going in the studio, I can get out of the pool, put on a sarong, go in the studio, record, come back, get in the car, go get back in the pool, and wait for the mailbox money. And that's it. And plus I'm having so much fun of a character that they've allowed me to help create.
So did you get a lot of input then in her storyline, or?
In the beginning, but once they trusted me, and I've had the same with Christy, I've been in the studio with, I can't count the times. So when they put you in the studio with the same person, you develop that thing. So sometimes Christy will feed me a line, and it'll be something that I didn't think of, but I will definitely say it. And when I say it, we just crack up.
Yeah.